I got in contact with the Lord. Like, I spoke to God. I heard him. I saw him. I felt him. And he saved my life. And this is when everything changed. So I will never forget this day. I feel like it was yesterday. And it's 4 years ago in October. It's crazy how time flies. I almost was not here for 4 years, which is crazy to think about it. You don't realize how quickly your life can be taken from you, and I experienced it. So 4 years ago in October, I will never forget it. It was definitely my transformational day. And me, my mom, my dad, and my brother, we were headed to a comedy show for my mom's birthday. So my birthday's in October, my mom's birthday's in October, and we just love doing things together as a family. They knew I was struggling at the time because it was directly after my breakup, and they were like, we need family time. This is going to be great. And I was like, okay, like, I'm not drinking. This is like the first time I actually went out since the breakup. And I was like, I'm not drinking. I said, but it's a comedy show, so, like, we have to smoke. My brother was a big pothead at the time, so I was like, we have to smoke. Just roll it backwood. Like, I'll just have a little bit, whatever. So he rolls it up. Mind you, that day, like I said, I'm training for my show, cold turkey to Adderall, so that wasn't an issue. But I had espresso shots that day. I had a big coffee. I had 3.5 scoops of pre-workout. And I actually had a vision that day when I was in the gym working out, and I was like, no, you need more. Go to the car, you need more. So I went to the car, opened it up, dry scooped it, and something was like, you shouldn't have done that. And I had another half a scoop. So that was 3.5 scoops I had just that day. And I went back in and, like, killed the workout. And then I was also on my fat burners, and I was on Anavar Clen for my show. So that also does something to your heart. So that was that morning. Getting ready for the show. I'm feeling fine. Like, I always take a bunch of pre-workout, always drink coffee. I thought I was invincible at this point. And honestly, I was just so numb. I was doing everything I could just to get by. Like, I wasn't really living. I was just surviving, right? So that night comes. We're all in the car. I already smoked a little bit. We were already in the car getting ready to pull off. So I'm sitting in the back seat on the right side behind my brother. My mom is next to me. My dad is driving. And as my dad's pulling away, I'm like, wait. Let me get out of the car. I need to finish it. Like a true addict. Like, that's an issue. Like, okay. And like I said, I was not high. I used to smoke 5, 6 of them a day. So this was nothing. This was just a little one. Me and my brother split. But there was like this much left. And I was like, wait. I gotta finish it. So my dad stopped the car. They were like, are you kidding me, Rena? Like, what? So I went, can't go to a comedy show sober. Like, that was my headspace, as you can see. And so that was it. Ran out, hit it, came back in the car. And as we are driving, I don't know if you know Brigantine. So we have a house in Brigantine, New Jersey. And as you're going over the bridge to get to Atlantic City, there's a tiny bridge right over the water. And right before we get to that bridge, I'm just sitting there. Like, I'm feeling fine. I'm not even high. Like, I'm just feeling fine. Just like, can't wait to get through this night. And I was just feeling super numb at that point. And so we're going over the bridge, and something came to me and said, Rena, say goodbye to your parents and tell them how much you love them. Tell them you're sorry. I was like, what? And then I hear it again, probably like 10 seconds after. You need to say goodbye to your family, tell them you love them, and tell them you're so sorry for everything. And the fact that I heard it again, I was really freaking out. I'm like, what is going on? So I rolled the window down because I was like, I'm freaking out right now. I don't know what is happening. And all of a sudden, it was like, you have 10 seconds to say you're sorry. And I stuck my head out the window. I was like, I'm freaked out. I don't know what's going on. And no one thought anything of it. Like my dad and my brother were just like, oh, she's just high, which I wasn't. Next thing I know, I hear something say to me, you're going to have a cardiac arrest in 3, 2, 1. Boom, I was out of my body. I was out of the car. I was looking down, and I couldn't hear anything in this reality. I couldn't hear anything in this realm. I was outside looking in, and I just remember, like, I was actually in all of my dad, my mom, and my brother's head all at the same time. I could hear all of their thoughts. I saw my life flash before my eyes in seconds, like my entire life from when I was a baby, when I was born, when I came out, until that moment. And it happened in seconds. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, my life flashed in seconds. It was a real movie. When they say you're creating your movie every single day, it's true. Like, it was my life movie in seconds. And I saw both outcomes. I saw the outcome of my parents, me lying there lifeless, my parents seeing me like that, rushing me to the hospital, and I saw the doctors trying to revive me, them not being able to, them telling my parents, she didn't make it, we're so sorry, we're so sorry. I felt their pain, I saw them lose it, and my family was never the same. I also saw how big my funeral was going to be, because at that time, mind you, I was just out of a breakup. I was not okay. I was really not okay, and I felt so unloved. My heart was blocked. My heart was numb, and I saw how loved I was with how many people attended my funeral, and just how much my parents love me, and my brother loves me, and the family would not be the family at all without me. And I saw how much of an impact I actually made in, my life, their lives, and everyone's lives around me. And it was just such a powerful thing. And I was like, okay. And God was like, your family needs you. But the craziest part about this, as I'm on the other side, the feeling, I saw this bright white light, and the feeling of heaven is the best feeling in the entire world. Like, I was the most peaceful thing you could ever experience. Like, I was at peace. I was unconditionally loved. Like, I felt so good. And the craziest thing is, a voice in my head said to me, Rena, fall asleep. Just fall asleep. It's okay. Fall asleep. It's okay. You're safe. Like, you can rest now. Like, it's going to be okay. And I was like, wow, this feels so good. Like, I'm going to rest. I'm going to rest. Rena, wake up. You're dying. Both in my head. Like, both in my head. No, Rena, it's okay. You're safe. Fall asleep. You're safe. And as I was drifting, no, Rena, wake up. You're dying. If you fall asleep, you're not waking up ever. Wake up. Stay. Like, and it was so hard. Like, I was fighting back and forth. I wasn't sure what to do, but the feeling was so good that right as I was about to just drift off and just let go, like fully surrender and actually cross over to heaven, I heard my mom. Mind you, I couldn't hear anything in this realm. I couldn't hear anything in this reality we live in. The only thing I heard at the second that I was about to truly fall asleep, my mom yelled, "Hold on a little bit longer." She yelled, "Hold on a little bit longer." And in that moment, I realized, holy shit, I'm dying. Like, and then I was like fighting it so hard. I was fighting to stay awake. And once I held on, God came to me, and he showed me my lessons. He said, Rena, it's not your time. It's not your time. Your family needs you, and I need you. Your family would not be the same at all without you. Your family needs you. It's not your time. He said it to me 3 times. It's not your time. It's not your time. It's not your time. He said, you have the choice. If you want to go back, you can go back. And you need to send people to me. Send people to me. And I know that's my mission. I know that's my calling. That's why I'm sharing this testimony. Finally, after 4 years, it was time. But when I was about to come back into this reality, he said to me, you have to promise you will never use anything to numb yourself again. He showed me how precious this gift of life is. Life is a gift. The present moment is a gift. That's why they call it the present. It's the most valuable thing we have, time. And time can be taken like this. We don't know if we're going to get tomorrow or even the rest of today. So it's so, so precious. And that's what he showed me on the other side. So as he's there, he said to me, okay, you have the choice to go back. Your family needs you, and I need you. You know, you're going to do mighty things, but you can never use again. And I said, okay. And he showed me in a second, just like I saw my life in seconds, all the time throughout my life, I said, just one more time. Just like a true addict. Just one more, just one more, just one more hit, just one more puff, just one more guy, just one more drink, you know, just one more, like one more, just one more, just one more. And it's never just one more. That's how the enemy has such a strong hold on you. He says, oh, it's just one. It's not going to hurt you. It's just one. That's the enemy planting the seed. So he showed me that every time in my life I said just one more time. Every time in my life I tried to numb myself and escape this present moment. And he showed me how much it was a gift. And then he showed me that day all of the things that I did wrong just to have one more, that pre-workout when I felt like I shouldn't have done that. That was him saying, like, that was it. That was too much. And so I said, I promise you, I will never use anything to numb myself again. And as soon as I said, I promise you, yes, 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 boom, that quickly, I'm back in my body. I started moving, and that instant, I started projectile vomiting everywhere. Like, my body was ice cold. I was projectile vomiting for 5 minutes, like green, vile vomit, like exploding out of my mouth. And when I tell you, like, I wasn't even eating. Like, I was so sick to my stomach. Like, I wasn't even eating. So I don't even know what came out of me. But it was all this darkness just purged out of me, purged out of me, purged out of me. 5 minutes, I was just projectile vomiting. It was crazy. And my parents, like I said, they didn't even know what had happened. But they were, like, when they saw me, they were like, oh, my gosh. Like, my body was ice cold. And my face was like, I was white. Like, I was white. My lips were blue. Like, I was changing colors. And that was the first moment in so long, though. Like, my heart was bursted open, and I felt the love. And the whole night, I just remember me hugging my dad and just hugging him, crying. And hugging my mom, saying, I don't, we'll talk about this another time. Like, I don't think you realize, but, like, you saved my life. Like, you saved my life. Her saying, hold on a little bit longer, in that exact second that she said it, in that exact second that I was ready to surrender and let go and cross over to heaven, like, that saved my life. She really did. Like, she really helped me come back and realize what was actually going on. And so that whole night, I was just hugging my dad, and I was just like, thank you, God, thank you, God, thank you, God. I promise you. Like, and every single day from that moment on, first of all, I feel his love. I thank God every single day. It's crazy when you truly have people around you that love you so much, but you don't feel anything. Like, you just don't feel anything because you're so blocked. And that's what happens when you have trauma. But this experience changed my life completely. And I promised him that I would share this testimony when I was ready. And he kept telling me, you know, the time is now. Before the new year, you need to share it. You need to help people that are struggling with addiction. And, you know, there is a way out. When you feel like there's absolutely no way out, all you need is a little tiny glimmer of faith. And like I said, I was at rock bottom so badly. Like, I didn't have anything. I was just on my hands and knees. I had no other way but to cry my eyes out and to pray. And you know, it finally started getting better, because God's got you. Once you strengthen your relationship with God, like, now I can say my relationship with God is no longer one-sided. It's a beautiful relationship. Like, we literally have conversations all day. And it's to the point now where I'll be somewhere and he'll tell me, like, go talk to that person for me. And I will. and I'll drive them to him, and it's just so beautiful. Stepping into 2025, guys, this is going to be a God did it year. You know, you can always, always, always change your life around. It's never too late. It's never too late to seek God. He is waiting for you, okay? So, like I said, please reach out to me. We can get together. We can worship. It's time to walk and live in faith. Stop just surviving, guys. Stop just getting by, you know, day by day. This is a gift. This is a blessing to be here. Start really living. Start really enjoying it. I promise you, when you wake up, when you walk in gratitude, when you walk with the Lord, you're going to start seeing God's hands in everything. You're going to start seeing miracles and blessings everywhere. That's how my day-to-day is now. Guess what? I don't have all the money in the bank, and I've never been so happy. You know why? Because my connection is the strongest it's ever been to the Lord. He changed me. He saved me, and I'm so grateful, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Of course, things can always be better, but I'm here. I'm living. I get to experience another day, and I get to help people. You know, like my story, I hope it just helps at least one person that's struggling. Because guess what? There was a moment in time years ago where I was like, I could never get off the weed. I could never get off Adderall. I can't clean without Adderall. I can't work without it. Like, I can't go to an event sober. Like, guess what? You can do anything with God. I am living proof, guys. I was so addicted. I was so dependent. I didn't think there was no way out. And that's why everything that has happened was such a blessing, and I'm meant to help so many people that are struggling. And guess what? All you need is a little glimmer of hope. Hold on. Stay consistent in prayer. God's got you. Don't forget it. Please reach out to me if you want to talk, if you're feeling alone. And, you know, if you wanted me to just listen, like, you have a friend in me. I got you always. And remember, God's got you. He will never give up on you. Just don't give up on yourself. You got this. I love you. Mwah.